everybody, I'm Doms.
And I am Nicole,
And this is Empoword Woman Podcast.
your source of therapeutic words. So, yes, you might be wondering why, of all topics, we decided to have anxiety. I know this can be somewhat complicated at some point, but yeah, we saw the relevance of it in the current season that we're going through, like the pandemic, and even this was also specifically requested by one of our listeners. So, I think one best way to start is to really define what is anxiety. So, Claude, how do you define it?
Okay, so according to DSM-5 or the Diagnostic Statistical Manual, anxiety is defined as an anticipation of future threat, and to be specific, this threat is unknown. And when we think about threat, we may also associate it with the word fear. Fear, on the other hand, according to DSM-5, is the emotional response to a real or perceived imminent threat, which is technically known a known threat or danger, wherein both of these are related to a physiological state or reaction of our body called the fight, flight, or freeze response. But what's the difference between these two? I'm gonna give you a scenario to clearly differentiate them. Let's imagine that you're walking on a street alone and it's dark. Dogs are barking, you hear some noise, and you see a shadow in the woods walking towards you. And now your heart races, you're shaking, and you feel like you can't breathe. Now that's what we call fear. You are experiencing fear because there is a present, immediate, and real danger. Now, let's imagine that you're walking on the same street and it's about to get dark. You see some people walking their dogs, but there's no noise and such. Even so, you start to think that something bad will happen. And now you feel the same reaction. Your heart races, you're shaking, and you feel like you can't breathe. Now that's anxiety. There's no perceived danger, but your reaction is from the possibility of danger. So again, when we talk about anxiety, the source of the threat here is unknown, meaning there could be no real or present danger and it poses no immediate threat to your life, unlike fear. And when this intense state of anxiety continues, grows, become constant and overwhelming, some people would find it difficult to perform or complete their daily activities, like you start to avoid school or work and other activities that might trigger or worsen your situation. And it starts to affect your relationship with people. So this is where the dilemma starts. It may develop to a disorder and dysfunction.